In April, Marika and I had a show at Chapel Gallery, and we got to enjoy a week of it, our opening, which was really great and everything, and then it was canceled due to COVID. And we realized our other show, which is coming up in July, would likely be canceled as well. And all opportunities to show our work that we work all winter at was going to be, everything was going to be canceled. So I thought, well, with social distancing in place, there's no reason I couldn't do an open air gallery. So and it's something that I've always wanted to do. I went to one a long time ago in Port Carling, and I never forgot it. So this was a perfect opportunity to go for the open air. So this piece is from Killarney Provincial Park. It's called Turtle Island, and it's a popular spot, but not too popular. So it's never a crowded spot, and people like to go out there and jump off the end of the rock. And on this particular day, we were out there right after a storm had passed. And so the air was just like really heavy with moisture. And it was just, everything was still. It was so beautiful. And so I got off the island and ran over and took a quick shot so that I could try and capture it. So that's Turtle Island, one of my favorite places, Killarney. It's beautiful there. I typically paint, northern landscape, but I had this photo from quite a long time ago when I was at a farm down in Bracebridge. I forget the name of the road now, but we had asked permission to kind of wander, and these chickens just kind of appeared right when we had our camera set up for the old barn. They just kind of lined up in a row at the door, kind of posing for us. And so we thought, oh, it was just so perfect. So I took the shot and painted up those chickens. And I just love the fact that they're all just lined up and they are just kind of saying hi, greeting us there. And I love the texture of the wood and the whole thing. It was just very typical of a chicken coop.
Hi, I'm Marika McDonald, and I'd like to show you to see some of the paintings we have on display. Many of my paintings are of local places in the area, and I'd like to show you a few. Over here, we have Stubbs Falls, which is in Arrowhead Park. We went there to take pictures late fall a couple of years ago, and then one day I was inspired to actually paint one of the pictures. I really enjoyed doing this one because it involved a few new techniques for me. And moving on, this actually isn't local. This was inspiration from a place in Vermont, and it really did have all those rocks. That was so impressive. This one, many of you may recognize because it's a point where many people take pictures, and it's on the Oxtongue River at the Oxtongue Park. And I took the picture, but it's not like the picture. The shapes are like the picture, but the colors are from my own imagination and memory of many times that I've been there. And these two are favorites. These are from Dwight Beach. Now, Dwight Beach just had a tornado. I believe these two buildings were saved, and I'm so thankful for it. They are my favorite buildings on Dwight Beach. This is the Dwight Beach Church, or the Stewart Church. And this is the house that Dr. or Reverend Stewart built. And it's directly beside the Stewart Church. That is still in the family, that particular house, and I'm so delighted that they've been saved and weren't torn down or wrecked by the by the tornado. This one back here was from a time when we went hiking in Algonquin, and that was just a gorgeous place. All this dappling in the snow was there, and we walked through this. This was actually a path in the woods, and I will never forget it because it was just sparkling. The sun was coming through perfectly, and all of the shadows were there as well. And then over here, these two are of Ragged Falls, and this one is particularly of the bottom part of Ragged Falls, and it represents more expression than anything else. It's not, it I think looks like it a little, but it's mainly fairly expressive. And this one here is at the bottom when you go into Ragged Falls Park, and then you go to the bottom of the falls, that there's an area where you go down to where the portage, if you've gone down the river, where you need to portage around and go back in, or go out if you're going up the river. Anyway, so there's all these rocks and roots, and it's actually quite difficult to walk down there because of all of that, but I found it very intriguing.